What up, guys? Welcome to the Free Pizza and Vodka Podcast, episode 23, I believe. Jonas Garvin coming in us live and direct from Los Angeles, California. Von Joseph, and with me in the studio is Miyuki. Thanks for tuning in today. Today's episode is brought to you by SiliconeTit.com. Go over to SiliconeTit.com. Check out all of the amazing sex stuff. Maybe you're on the road a lot, like Jonas Garvin, comedian. Sometimes you need to get your freak on and you don't got your girl or your man with you. SiliconeTit.com. If you can't get your partner
humping your hotel pillow
in your suitcase, check them out. We'll give you a 20% discount for listening to the show. Head over there right now, SiliconeTit.com. That's what's up. Now let's get on with the show. Today we're going to review the film Us. We'll talk about that. We're going to go in on a little other pornographic stuff. Amsterdam has a new 5D porn cinema that I thought was rather interesting. You can get paid. It's a lot of movie stuff today. Get paid to watch Marvel movies. And I got a little thing about mosquitoes we're going to talk about and auditioning as well.
They should be paying people to watch those fucking movies.
So hopefully we'll have time to get it all in and yeah,
a role in a Marvel film eludes me.
Let's just get on with the show. So tomorrow's tax day. We're recording this on Sunday. It's April 14th for you Americans. Get out there and pay your taxes. April 15th, Uncle Sam wants his money, bitch. Give him his money. Do you pay taxes in Japan? Because I know you're from there, but you live here. Like, as an American, they want us to pay taxes. You pay American taxes living here.
Yeah, you pay taxes and you pay your retirement.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
You don't have to, but...
Well,
yeah.
If you don't want them coming after you,
yeah.
Probably a good idea. As an actor, you get tons of deductions, don't you, Jonas?
Yeah, man. That is one nice thing about living in Los Angeles. If you're an entertainer, it's the one time a year that I can brag about not making more than $300,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, hey, fucking around tax time, it comes in handy to be playing shit gigs and doing commercials and stuff. But yeah, they give us, if you live in LA County and you make less than $300,000, they give you a lot of tax breaks because they want people to live here, and they give us even more now because. I don't know if you remember about probably maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, whatever it was. Everybody started leaving Los Angeles, doing film and commercial work everywhere else because of the tax breaks
right.
and all that stuff. And one more thing, if I can interject real quick about living in Los Angeles that I do love, is the fact that I got geared up because I was going to watch the Cubs game after our podcast today. Mm-hmm. The Cubs game, middle of April, is canceled today due to snow in Chicago. So you know what?
Wow, nice.
84 and sunny's fine. Yeah, right.
You'll take that any day.
Yeah, you get all sorts of cool. Yeah, I mean, I just do it. You grew up in the Midwest. I spent a lot of time in the Midwest. I don't see how people live in these cold climates because I was texting with my uncle this morning who lives outside of Chicago, and he's like, "Dude, these winters just seem like they get longer every year." And it's just, we got traffic, the rude people, the high rent, all that stuff, but it's like, you know what?
It's a good trade-off. It's not too bad then, is it? You're not freezing your ass off. Yeah, tell your uncle he needs to move. So that's what I tell my mom. Just quit moaning about it and just fucking do it. I don't want to hear about that shit anymore. Get on with it and move. So yeah, so let's just crack on with this Us film. So
I'm gonna let you guys go first.
Yeah, Us is a film about this little girl that
shut the fuck up.
She goes to a carnival with her family, wanders off into a hall of mirrors, and sees a little girl inside that looks exactly like her. If you haven't seen this movie by now, it's been out for almost a month, I think. So spoiler my ass, is too late for you. And then as we progress in the film, she's accompanied by her husband, son, and daughter as she's an adult now. She returns to this beachfront home where she grew up as a child, and she's haunted by the traumatic experiences from the past, and all this bad shit's going on, and that's what it's all about. So when the masks come off and the family is horrified to learn that each attacker takes the appearance of one of them, they are us. So IMDb got about 66,000 reviews on this film right now, and they're giving it 7.4 out of 10 stars. We do our reviews out of 5 stars. Is that what we agreed last week?
Yes.
Metascore.
Yeah, we're gonna do 5.
Is
double digits really?
It's too much, right? So it's 81 on the Metascore side of the game. I liked the start of the film. The little girl's watching TV, and you got the VCR. It felt very nostalgic. Miyuki won't know anything about VCR tapes being on the side of the TV, but they had Goonies,
which is weird because her people made the best ones.
They had Goonies, and then they had Chud on the tapes, and both of those films were about underground type adventures and whatnot. There's loads and loads and loads of symbolism in this film, and you just go on YouTube if you want to see all that stuff. They explain the endings, they explain all the Easter eggs and all the hidden shit that you missed. I'll just say this, I watched the film. I went to go see it a couple days ago. I saw Get Out, so I'm familiar with Jordan Peele, and that was kind of what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting it to be as bloody and gory as it was. I don't think there was anything wrong with that, but it just wasn't what my expectations of the film was. I was expecting something a bit more psychologically driven, something a bit more interesting. So, do I got eye boogers or something? What?
No, it's me.
You're scratching your eyes. I'm thinking I got boogies or something. So, like I said, there's loads of symbolism in this film.
She was up all night doing blow, so she was tired.
That's up my nose.
I had a lot of questions about the film. And I went on to some of these YouTube pages to try and figure out what was going on and why what happened, because I was confused. In the film, the lady comes back, and you learn that she's tethered to this clone that lives under the ground, right? And the little girl, we find out in the film, took the real girl and took her to the underworld, or the tunnels under the earth, or whatever the hell it was. So my understanding is that, I guess we should probably discuss this after this question stuff that I have. I'll just tell you what I thought about the film. I didn't necessarily care for the film. I was a bit confused by the film, and I feel that a lot of these films now that are being put out, they're trying to be too smart, I think, or they're trying to be too hidden with their hidden messages and whatnot. Like with the last film we did, the Velvet Buzzsaw, I saw online, the closing scene with the robot explained. Why do I need a fucking video to explain a video? Let's just make it understandable. I don't need all this stuff, and I didn't appreciate that about the film. I left there going, what the hell did I just see? And I think a lot of people felt that way. And
you be chomping at the bit right now.
I heard a couple other reviews, and they were talking about feel free to jump in. I mean, I'll give you my star rating at the end of it either way. So there's no problem with the interruption, but people were talking about it.
I want you guys to get your pieces in, because mine's going to be short and sweet. I think you're picking up on my vibe of where my review's going to go.
Right on. So I didn't really understand the film. People were talking about it had to do with classism and whatnot like that. I didn't really see that so much. I think it had something to do with the fact that maybe people in the underground felt that the people up top thought they were better than them and so on, but I mean, I don't need to have all this hidden message shit in the film.
Well, I feel better than the people that live below me. I'm like, I don't associate generally with the neighbors downstairs or on the first floor. They're common pests.
Well, that's different. I'm
in a penthouse, bitch.
Just give me a film. I can digest. Let me have the information, and then just let me enjoy it. I don't like, and same thing with TV. Like, I'll be watching TV, and then I'll be watching with someone, and they've already figured out what's happened or what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Just give me a film that doesn't make me feel ripped off.
I just want to have it fed to me, and then
Yeah.
I'll try and figure it out at the end. Oh, I thought it was him, or thought it was that guy that killed the person. So
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily care for it. I didn't think the acting was all that hot. Again, when I left, we were talking about that, like what you were talking about last week, about not feeling as bad about watching it at home on Netflix, you know, and that was definitely one of those films that I felt where I wouldn't have felt as bothered by it had I watched it at home and had I not spent $30 to go to the movies.
That's why Netflix is going to be the end of movie theaters.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that, and I definitely think that it should be the end of movie theaters, because I don't see why a movie house even needs to exist if this is what the alternatives are. I've got a dope ass TV at home. I've got everything I need. I don't even have to take a shower, let alone get dressed. You know, all I have to do is select something.
I get it. We talked about this before, but there's certain, like, it's I like going to the movies. You know what I'm saying? I like the whole fucking the greasy popcorn. I like going.
Got greasy popcorn at home.
It's I like to see my reflection in that popcorn. I just don't even put any popcorn in the bucket. Just tap a bunch of butter in it. But and it's not even real butter. It's just some sort of like oil well runoff shit they get from the refinery.
No, I mean I don't have a problem with going to the movies. I like going to the movies sometimes, but it's not the same to me. I don't want to spend.
No, I get you, but like it's like going. What we're going to become? We talked this a couple weeks ago. What's going to happen when they create an app that alleviates fucking restaurants? You know, I mean, it's everybody's just going to become a fucking droid glued to their fucking phones, watching Netflix and eating fake barbecue off their fucking phone screen.
Too late. We're already there. So, out of 5 stars, I'm giving this film 2.5. I would have given it 3 had I understood it a little better. Maybe it's just my simplistic nature. I'm not as sophisticated as whoever wrote the film. You know, Jordan Peele. I just didn't get all the hidden symbolism, and I didn't get.
Talk about not understanding black people.
You know, I just didn't understand all of it, so I didn't enjoy it as much. So that's where I get my 2.5 stars on it. I will pass it over to you because I know you have a more a young perspective. You're probably a little bit fresher with your thoughts on this than me. What do you got?
I doubt that I have a fresher, but as I appreciated, Jordan Peele is such a master at timing when it comes to horror, and timing is so crucial in horror movies.
Right.
And people don't realize that like the timing, the score, the movement, the things that's happening, it's well shot, it's well kind of put together and stuff like that. So I really thought that us didn't disappoint in that. But when I heard that he was making a new film and you saw the trailer and you clearly kind of got the gist that it was doppelgangers.
Right.
And knowing how much mythology and like cultural kind of like stuff that goes with doppelgangers, meeting doppelgangers, I was a little bit let down with the storyline that it was literally government trying to make a clone out of you and then suppressing them in the underground. And I think people interpreted that they were less because they basically not only they're underground, but they mimic the upper like ground people, like mirror them in their movements and stuff like that. But then like it felt more of a slasher than it was a psychological thing. And for me, it was a little bit of a letdown because Jordan Peele was so good with the psychological stuff. And even though you had Easter eggs in Get Out, like the lady with the spoon, she's from John Malkovich, which mirrors.
I didn't see Get Out. I didn't see that.
What?
I'm not or anything, but I didn't see Get Out.
Okay.
So,
you missed a good one
because I didn't. Just putting that out there.
Okay.
So
you should watch that.
If you're gonna give me Get Out references, I'm gonna have to be like, all right, look, we're gonna have to add another hour to the show because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay. Well, listen. I won't spoil anything for you. Watch that because that's a really good one, especially like both in horror timing and comic timing. It's excellent when it's written like that. So when for me, it was even the Easter egg was an add-on to a slasher film rather than a psychological kind of like thriller as well.
Yeah.
And that's why I was a little bit coming out of the theater being like, okay, like I've spent, like UK isn't cheap in theaters as well. And I'm like, it was great. I love seeing Lupita. I love her as well, but it's just not there.
No.
Yeah, it didn't meet the bar, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah. Like, I know that he's so detailed in, like, as you said, the Easter egg and like thoughts that he puts in and like the specificity, but that was more of a surrounding rather than integrated in part of the plot or the characters or anything like that. And I was like, she knocked her out and then replaced her.
Right.
Yet she didn't remember until now. Am I correct?
That's where I was a bit confused with the film. So the little girl sees the tethered girl and turn around in the mirror in the Find Yourself Hall of Mirrors. The tethered little girl takes the real, was it Adelaide? Adelaide. And takes her into the underground, handcuffs her to the bed, tethers her to the bed, right? And then the little girl takes her place in the real world, right? So,
where are the little kids getting handcuffs? Was that Neverland Ranch before she was at the Hall of Mirrors or something?
So, how does
hanging out with MJ?
How does the girl that's underground, because none of them can talk, right? None of the people that were the Reds, or they're called Reds or something like that. None of them could talk. So how did this girl assume the life of this other little girl? Because she couldn't talk in the beginning. That's why she went to, when they went to the therapist, they're like, she's not talking anymore, blah, 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 blah. That's because she was the girl from the underground, right? So
she did Rosetta Stone.
Yeah. So, but she couldn't talk. Yeah. So why all of a sudden now can she talk? One. Two, when did they switch places back? Because if she was the girl from the underground, in the real girl's world now, they
never did.
She's okay. So then,
so the mom, all grown up, is actually the underworld lady,
right?
She learned to talk on fucking Rosetta Stone, or maybe she took fucking above ground people as a second language in the fucking grade school. I don't know. You know, because out here I know they do English as a second language for all the Spanish kids, or excuse me, Mexican kids, wherever the fuck they are. So yeah, that's how she learned to talk. So we've eliminated that. How did she learn to talk?
No,
okay?
that's
it's a movie.
But I guess
who gives a shit how she learned to talk?
Well, it's kind of important because it kind of screws up the plot line. So.
But I guess it's a reflection because in the underground you don't necessarily need to talk.
Right.
Like you're not in an environment to communicate or do anything like that. You're mirroring. Like the difference in the circumstances above ground and below ground and how they came about is different.
Kind of like how moles lose their sight because they live underground, don't need to be able to see.
Yeah, adaptation. Right. So I guess that she adapted to the environment above.
Yeah, see, she adapted.
Okay, so but when she came back,
like a fucking giraffe,
didn't the little girl? She knew that she was the real girl. So when she came back, while they were at the house from underground with the rest of the clones, she's the grown real girl, right?
Knew she was. Well, I don't know. Probably just didn't want to get in trouble or something with her fake fucking mole creature parents or whatever the fuck. I don't know, dude. Fucking.
I was just confused by that aspect of it, I guess. And why was the little boy's face burned? Did we ever? Do we understand that? I get that they're.
Well,
playing
I think it has
shit.
something to do with that match thing. It's really, I mean, just the whole fucking thing was just stupid. You know what?
So how many stars did you give it? Because he's obviously chomping at the bit to moan about it. So what'd you think?
So I'll give Velvet Buzzsaw 2.5, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
3.5. Go ahead, Senior Garvin.
I wish Miyuki was my teacher in school. I would have had like a 4.0 GPA. She just hands out these high grades. I would be at Harvard. I'd have graduated magna cum laude from Yale if Miyuki was giving out the grades. Okay, first off, I'm just going to say on a positive note, we went to ArcLight. I don't know if I'm sure you remember ArcLight.
Yeah.
Over there on Sunset and Vine, and ArcLight's a phenomenal theater. I have a go-to dish I get there. We always eat before the movies because they have a great restaurant. I always get the steak and the French fries. And yesterday I switched it up and I got their spicy Southwest bacon cheeseburger. One of the best burgers I've ever had in LA.
What? Get to the fucking film. What are you talking about a fucking hamburger for?
I'm trying to tell you I'm not a negative person. I took away a positive from yesterday, and that was the only fucking positive I took away from yesterday was the great cheeseburger. Everything else, okay, first off, let me say, you two's movie picking privileges are fucking revoked. Fucking that's it. I'm picking everything from here on out, and I don't care if it's the current, I don't care. Just for yesterday, we're going to review Roadhouse and Top Gun for the next fucking year.
I'm not watching Top Gun. I'm not watching Top Gun.
Have you never watched Top Gun?
Fuck Top Gun. I don't like Tom Cruise.
In this, like, it started out cool. I'm like, okay, and everybody tells us, like, oh, it's not scary. I'm like, okay, I'm bummed out because I thought it was going to be scary. Everybody tells us, oh, no, it's a way psychological, political, social commentary. I'm like, okay, it's going to make you think all this shit. Dude, it was just like a glob of shit. This is no disrespect to fucking Jordan Peele because I like the comedy stuff he's done. But I'm like, dude, what the fuck was I watching? What are you trying to be here? Like a Tarantino or a fucking the other crazy slasher guy? You know, like Hostel's a piece of shit film, but Hostel entertained me for like 90 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It was fun to watch. This, I couldn't get out. And dude, I've got a full giant huge plastic cup of whiskey with me and I couldn't wait to fucking get out of the theater.
You just said Get Out twice. You need to go see Get Out.
It was just
maybe
fucking,
that's the message.
Yeah,
like,
that's the message.
What the fuck was that? It was like watching that fucking dumb buzzsaw shit. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? What is this? I mean, like, why? Like, you know, and it's like that to me, I still, you know, that's the gamble you take. Sometimes the movie's not gonna be good. You're gonna spend a lot of money, which, okay, but dude, if they keep cranking out this shit, the movie theaters and the comedy clubs, it's over, man. It's fucking over. And there's certain movies that I've been in a really lot of shitty movies, right? I've been in some shitty fucking movies, but I was there as an actor getting, you know, I mean, I did my best for what I thought I could do to bring to that project. None of I've never had like any really huge roles or anything, right? But when I sit back and watch some of these movies, I'm like, wow, these are pieces of shit. But it's not my doing. It wasn't my name stamped on there. And like, I'm some of these movies I watch, I'm like, you know, you fucking watched this and had a fucking cast and crew screening with the comment cards and everything. Like, who's handing in the card that's going, that was fucking rad? No, I mean, like, there's got to be.
Well, there's 66,000 people that kind of liked it. So, I mean, somebody.
Because everybody's a fucking moron.
Somebody thought it was all right.
People want to like shit just to like it. And like, dude, I got in an argument with the neighbor last night. He's like, yeah, I saw it. It was a great film. Now, granted, this fucking idiot, fucking, you know who I'm talking about. Fucking, he loved Gravity and Dunkirk. Both two biggest pieces of shit. And then everybody's like, oh, this is such great cinema. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? We, at both times, have left the theater like, what the fuck is that? Like, I just don't. And I understand people have different tastes. I'm sure people leave my stand-up show when I headline going, what the fuck was that? Because everybody's got different tastes. But dude, this was just fucking downright like, huh? Like what? Like really? You made this, huh? This is what you made? Like it wasn't scary. And plus, not a lot of white people in it, so that pissed me off. No, that was sorry.
Yeah, that was actually, I wanted to comment on that. I thought that was actually one of the great things about that film is that it was a film. I have no
problem. I don't give a fuck how many white people you put in the movie. You don't put any, I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying?
I like the fact that it was a film with black. It was a film with black actors, but it wasn't. But it wasn't a black film. So it wasn't like a Medea or like some shit that's very stereotypical. It was definitely a normal film, but just with a black cast.
Yeah,
I like that aspect of it.
It's like. I'm like, when I was watching it, I'm like, I can't wait to tell Vaughn tomorrow that like there's not enough white people in the movie. So he fucking me if I can piss him off. But
hardly.
They, I didn't like it at all, dude. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, what? I couldn't get out of there fast enough. Like I said, it started cool. I'm like, okay, I had a couple little creepy, like that, and But saying that too, like the last 5 or 6 times we've gone to a horror movie or whatever, they've been really awful. Like the trailers they show you make you look like you're gonna shit your pants and freak out, and this whole movie's gonna be crazy. And then you go watch it, you're like, oh, the scariest part was the trailer. So this fucking sucks.
Have you watched the Hereditary? Hereditary?
Yeah, it was just I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Oh.
That doesn't mean I'm not gonna go see anything by Jordan Peele again. Of course I will.
Yeah.
But like, dude, like, you know, I just everybody's trying to be artsy and Tarantino-ish and like it's just like what is this? Make up your mind on what the fuck this is.
He's got a new film coming out that I saw the trailers for.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, that looked actually moderately interesting, I guess.
Well, you know he's going to use the N-word. He's going to make DiCaprio and is Brad Pitt in it too?
Yeah.
It looks like Brad Pitt on the poster.
That's kind of boring. I get kind of bored with that. But you know, it's his thing.
Well, because he uses it unnecessarily.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like, too much. It's like that Hateful Eight, or is that what it was?
Yeah, that and like what's the one? The Django. Like,
yeah, I never saw
Pulp
Django.
Fiction, Pulp Fiction, I get it, but like now it's just like, you know, it's overkill. You know, it's like, dude, you don't have to use the N-word so many times right there.
Right.
It's like, okay, we get it. But I like Tarantino stuff, so I'm gonna go when that one comes out. Is it out yet? Or
No, not yet.
No, it's not out yet. So what kind of star rating are you giving us on this one? Fuck the Tarantino film. So what about this one? What's it getting?
What, me? I did 0 stars on fucking...
You can't keep giving 0 stars on films. This is the second week in a row you've come with that bullshit about 0 stars.
What do you want?
You have to give it at least a
I do
star.
tough love.
No tough love. You can't.
Why?
You can't do 0.
I do tough love. I'm not on the Miyuki grade curve here. We're like, oh, he tried hard. Let's give him an A. Fuck that.
You have to give at least 1 star. You fuckface. Just do it.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Here's the deal.
No more deals either. This is not fucking Monty Hall.
Jordan Peele gives me back my money. I don't want the money back for the cheeseburger because that was phenomenal. If I get the money back for the movie, we even got 2-for-1 tickets and I was still pissed off because we're ArcLight members. Yeah, then I'll give
you got 2-for-1 tickets and you're still complaining? I had to pay full pop and for fucking parking. $7.50 to park. Man, come on, man.
We walked there, but I might go get a burger at the ArcLight. This is a tasty burger. I might go there after the podcast since the Cubs game is canceled and go get me a burger to wash down my Colt 45.
Anyway, so one star is what you're giving it, right?
That's what you're giving it.
No, that's what you're
That's
giving
not me.
it. You have to give it at least 1 star. You can't give it 0.
I'm sorry.
No film review website will let you leave a review and not leave any stars. You have to click at least a half a star. So you can give it half a star.
Okay, half.
There you go. You have to understand that you have to give it at least that half a star.
It gets a half a star because of the burger. The burger saved you a 0-star rating.
All right, so we'll figure. I don't know what next film we're gonna do, but hopefully it'll be better. Apparently, we're gonna let you pick it, and it's not gonna be fucking Roadhouse because no one's gonna watch a review on fucking a movie from 30 years ago. No one gives a shit. So pick something semi-relevant, and hopefully it's better. I hope it's trash. I hope the movie you pick is fucking garbage, so that I can dog walk your ass next Sunday for picking this most fucked up film.
I hope it is too.
And we have to have
so
the
then we
film.
Can all just sit here watching fucking Netflix shit.
You have to pick
fake barbecue.
Pick the film by. We need to have the film by Tuesday latest because that gives us enough time to watch it. I prefer to have the films actually already for Sunday so we can announce on the show.
Yeah, no, I'll
think
figure something out. But I'll figure. You know what? We should review a Jonas Garvin comedy special. No, I'll figure something out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's going to be objective. So.
Yeah, well, you know what, dude? I get to give it back some because there's some terrible reviews of my shit on the internet. So whatever.
Right on. So you're.
But
just...
people like to hate just to hate. But I'm not, dude. I go into these movies wanting to fucking love them. You know what I'm saying? Because like I enjoy the experience, and I got a big comfy chair, my greasy popcorn, and I just had my burger, and I got like. And another cool thing about the ArcLight is they'll give you a giant paper or plastic cup of Jack Daniels to take in the theater.
Are you sponsored by them?
I know, right?
Are we sponsored by them?
Yeah, I've been sponsored by Jack Daniels.
Mentioning that fucking shite on the show.
My entire family has kept that distillery in business since like it opened.
Right on.
But yeah, no, I want to like these movies, dude. But you know what I'm saying? I want to like them. I want to like these shows. But you know, it's like I can't. Like I'm like, motherfucker. But yeah.
All right. Well, next week is all on you. So you got today and tomorrow to find something and then send it over on the group chat.
Next week is Easter, so we're on hiatus next week is Easter because I'm pretty fucking religious. So
yeah, a religious drinker.
You know, yeah, exactly. So they got free shots of wine at the Catholic Church next Sunday morning, so I'll be going over there.
They've got free shots of wine every Sunday at the church, don't they?
I know, but
you can get a free fondling too if you want.
Service, you know, so it's like in the parking lot. You know, every other Sunday it's after. You got to sit through the whole fucking lame shit. But you know, no, actually, I'm going to spend my Easter. I'm going to get a loincloth like on the cover of my How Would Jesus Drive album.
Right.
And I'm just going to start running into church parking lots and be like, I'm back. And just see if I can freak out old people.
Yeah, the Hollywood Jesus guy died a couple years ago, didn't he? There was a guy that used to walk around Hollywood. Sunset Strip looked like Jesus. He'd wear like the outfit and he had the long hair and shit.
Has he read the scripture?
Yeah, he looked exactly like him, which is funny because Jesus, I'm sure, looked nothing like we were taught he looked like, because it's like, dude, at the time and at the place where Jesus was around, last I checked, there was no white people in that geographical area. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus does not look like one of the Doobie Brothers. Jesus does not look like me. Well,
white Jesus is probably one of the best sales pitches in the history of human history.
Absolutely.
You got fucking allergies or something over there?
ShamWow, you know?
ShamWow.
Or like the wheel. The ShamWow kicks ass, dude. Trust me. I have a dog. And it pees, and the ShamWow is like...
Right, so that's enough of your product promotion that we're not getting any fucking money for it. These are allergy tabs.
I don't know. Well, because that guy got hookers, and he doesn't do ShamWow commercials.
Anyway, so... moving on. So we're going to hopefully have something better for next week. I want to talk about Amsterdam. So this is good news for all you guys that are out there traveling the world. Maybe you're out here in Europe. You're trying to get a little last minute Brexit travel in over into the EU before we can no longer travel. We actually got an extension on that, didn't we? On that whole Brexit nonsense. But Amsterdam, famous for the Anne Frank house, Vincent van Gogh, and of course its coffee shops and the red light district. So now you can get your brownie on. Visit the red light district, and you can go to a 5D porn cinema. Yeah. So the cinema aims to give viewers it's a completely immersive experience. Apparently they use water, air, and like the chairs move and all this shit. It's absolutely brilliant. The lady that owns it, her name's Natalie, I think it said. She describes the theater as being something like an amusement park. So she says it's perfectly suitable venue, suitable venue for events, evening plans with your loved ones, come in with your wife, have
corporate
a laugh,
Christmas party,
blah, blah, blah. So she told the Dutch Review that the 5D porn cinema isn't just going to focus on tourists for their audience. And after your 5D experience, she says that you'll probably feel energized. Perhaps after leaving the cinema, you'll want to have a beer or coffee and talk to give yourself some time to process what just happened. All right. So
I would agree, because after I blow a load, I always want to have a beer.
I think this is a good idea. I'm all for any type of modernization of pornography in the cinema. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. When I looked at the video, I don't have the video queued up for you guys to see, but it looks like, you know how when you go to like a movie tour and there's like 6-7 people sat in like this big like booth, like car that doesn't move, and it's like the whole thing's moving, and like when you go to like the Star Wars thing at Disneyland and you're riding through the thing, the Indiana Jones or something. That's what it looked like. Yeah, I don't understand why.
You'll come and you'll puke.
It's horrible. I don't want to experience stuff like that with anybody. Like, I don't want to go see that stuff with anybody. I mean, maybe
You're not
somebody
into the
that
group
I'm somebody I'm going to get some with, maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be sat next to like 6 other people.
Some strangers you just stood in line with that smell weird, and you don't want to sit with that family from Florida that's wearing like tank tops, board shorts.
I don't.
And have bad haircuts.
I definitely don't. This would go really well in LA, I think. This would be perfect for LA. You guys love that kind of insane shit. It's that kind of shit that you guys get into and you do. I think it should be.
What the fuck's that supposed to mean? There's nobody fucking riding sex rides over here.
Oh, give me a break. That's what I'm saying. That's what you need. You need it there. That's what I mean.
No, that's for Amsterdam, dude. That's what you go to Amsterdam for, is to get your freak on, whether it be an amusement park, 5D fuck ride, or to fuck the chicks to hang out in a window. And that's another thing too, because we're coming over there this fall, right? And everybody's like, "Oh, you gonna hit Amsterdam?" And I'm like, "No, I'm gonna have my girlfriend with me." And they're like, "Why aren't you gonna go to Amsterdam?" I'm like, "Well, because you don't take fucking sand to the beach. Why the fuck would I go to Amsterdam with a?" She's like, "I want to see Amsterdam." I'm like, oh, "No."
She wants to see
go
Amsterdam.
to Amsterdam and just like, no, I'm not gonna see it.
She wants to. Your woman wants to go to Amsterdam, and you're not gonna go.
What if she gives me a fucking hall pass?
Amsterdam's a bit more than the red light district. You don't need the red light district.
I'm going to go and smoke hash and bang like 20 hookers, but that's not going to happen. So, no, we're going to be in London. We're going to be in Paris, the city of love and all that stuff. But I think this is perfect for Amsterdam. A 5D like sex fucking ride. Oh, yeah.
I think you pull it off in California. I think that you don't know about some of the crazy shit that goes on in LA, like literally just a block over from you. When I first moved there, there's a place called Miss Kitty's Parlor that would love to have something like that there. And that bar was full of people every Friday, Saturday night. And it was the first place I ever met a chick that bit me.
There's all sorts of there's this place out here called Joy. It's a sex club.
So why wouldn't the 5D porn place fit in out there? That would be perfect for California.
I think what it is there's too many people in Amsterdam. It's wide open. In LA, not so much. It's like everybody's a fucking wacko out here, but nobody wants to admit it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, I think maybe like San Francisco would probably be better off or something like that.
No, there's too many gay people in San Francisco. They have more of a. That's more.
We don't have any of those in LA.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's known for its gay population. It's like Atlanta or something like that. Of course, you got them in Boys Town and West Hollywood, but I think it would fit in. LA is such a huge tourist place, and everything goes in LA. It's like Vegas. You could probably get away with it in Vegas.
No, see, there you go. Vegas is the perfect spot for it because people go to Vegas and they completely become morons. And they like
in Vegas.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, dude? It's like you go to Vegas and you're like, oh, check it out. It's 24-hour hookers and gambling and smoking and drinking. It's like, hey, this is great. I can beat what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And so this, you're right. Vegas is
chlamydia and herpes, but yeah.
Exactly. Herpes
the rest of
keeps
that
on giving.
The rest of that shit does.
Yeah.
So anyway,
and Vegas has white cats.
Oh God, let's change the channel. So, Marvel fans, we did have something special for you guys, and here we go. So, if you're a Marvel fan, there's a website called CableTV.com. They will pay you $1,000 to watch all the Marvel films. Marvel films.
What time is it over there? How many vodka shots?
I haven't drank anything yet today. I've been so busy. I haven't even had time.
That's why you're mumbling.
Time. It's a nightmare. So 20 movies back to back within 3 days. So the catch is that you have to have your application in by tomorrow, which is the 15th. So we're going to actually try and get this show out tonight, which probably won't happen because it's already 9 o'clock here. So I'm going to get it out. We're going to get this out tomorrow. So if you're watching this, both of you, get your fucking application in today because it has to be in by today. So you watch all 20 films, Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, blah, 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 blah. The only one that won't be on there is Captain Marvel because it's still in theaters. They'll give you $1,000. They'll give you a bunch of swag. They're going to give you all the Marvel films.
How do they know you can watch them?
On Blu-ray, because you have to review the films on Twitter or on your social media account. So they want you to review each film as you watch the film and leave stuff on all your social media accounts.
Yeah.
And then they're going to hook you up with all this stuff. You have to be a U.S. citizen, though. You have to be at least 18 years or older. I know the floor just fell out for you, Miyuki.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Bye. I am the weakest link.
So, Yeah, applications are due by tomorrow.
Foreigners.
Tax day. So get your shit in.
I'm not doing it.
Why not?
I already did my taxes. I'm not watching Marvel movies. I don't care. I don't like them.
Get you a free grand. You'll get that much closer
I don't like anymore, dude. I'm like almost 44 years old. I've turned into my fucking dad.
You get a free grand. You get that much closer to that Griswold family truckster that you wanted, and you know.
Well, you know that, but I mean, like, I would rather like pay someone $1,000 not to have to watch Marvel movies because like I've seen a bunch of them and I'm just not. I don't know, dude. That Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, it was okay.
I thought it was kind of funny. I like Guardians of the Galaxy.
It was all right. But I just, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's just the older I get, I think the less stuff I like. It's just like getting crabbier by the fucking minute.
Yeah, that's definitely a fact. There's definitely no question there. You turn into an old curmudgeon. You definitely would be yelling at little kids for like walking on your grass if you had a lawn.
Well, you know what, dude? If they fucking would get out of my way, I wouldn't have to yell at them.
You live in the wrong town.
I mean,
for
I'm
people
not
being in your
gotten
way.
to the level where I'm throwing babies at the Mega Mall. Like, did you guys hear about that?
No.
The guy that threw the baby at the Mall of America?
No, I missed that one.
In Minneapolis, the Mall of America, the place I used to bartend at. Some dude threw a baby off like a third floor. Yeah. Crazy, dude. Crazy shit. Anyway.
That's psychotic.
You know, keep your kid from fucking crying in public. No, I'm kidding. It's fucking awful. Yeah, I think the older I get, the worse I get. But I don't know. I mean, you got to watch like 20 movies in like 2 days or some shit?
3 days. Yeah. I mean, if you're into the Marvel Universe, it's cool. I think it'd be fun. If I had the time to do it,
you're going to need that $1,000 cocaine to stay up for 3 days.
So
if you break even, you're not going to win any money.
2 hours.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, but each film is about 2 hours long.
And there's 20 movies.
There's 20 films to watch.
Okay.
Right. So I think. Sorry.
There's more than 2 hours because all these movies these days are like 9 hours fucking long. And that's another thing that pisses me off. Remember when movies were 90 minutes? 90 fucking minutes. That's all the movie should ever be. Unless it's like The Godfather. Maybe we'll do that this week. But
there's a lot more to be
now, like,
said, I guess.
You're in the theater for like 6 fucking hours, dude. It doesn't need to be this long.
Oh, well, here's another argument for watching films at home, because if it's a 6-hour film or a 3-hour film, I can just pause it, get up, go to the bathroom. I don't miss anything. Yeah. Someone's at the door, I can pause it. If I don't really like this movie, I can turn it off, and I'm not feeling as bad, and I can watch something else, you know.
Well, maybe, since they're like 3 hours long, now like a football game, maybe movies need commercials. So you can get up and get another beer. So you can get up and take a piss. You can go to the concession stand and get more delicious, fake, greasy popcorn.
No, fuck that.
I think we're onto something there.
No, we're not, because I'll tell you why. No, that's not
commercials.
No, fuck that. And I'll tell you why.
No, it's not.
We have film theaters here called Everyman. And we have them in Central London. I don't think you do. So Everyman theaters have sofas in there. They don't have any chairs in the theater. Okay. So the whole theater is all sofas, and they have tables connected to the sofas. They have waiters that come into the theater and they bring you food, like proper food. And I don't mean like popcorn and nachos with that, you know,
I'm talking about a glass
that
of beef.
rubber cheese, right? So they'll bring you drinks, they'll bring you food, you know, pizzas, burgers, all that stuff. They'll bring it right into you at your thing. So we've got all that. If you can't hold your pee for that long, then that's just too bad. Get up and go. But they're not stopping the film for everybody just because you want to have a fucking intermission. It's not,
we got the same thing here, and it's fucking awesome.
So then what's your gripe then?
No, my gripe is what I'm saying is maybe that's what these movies need, is fucking commercials, because it gives people, maybe they want to go stretch their legs. You know what I'm saying? I can hold my piss for fucking 2.5 hours, unless, well, it depends on how much beer I've had. But you know what I'm saying? Because, like, sporting events are still immensely popular. There's lots of, that's why soccer has not caught on over in America, because there's not enough scoring and not enough TV breaks.
Oh, they don't need a TV break because there's so much anything going on. Like you said, you can get up, you're not going to miss anything. So by that rationale, it should be hugely popular in America.
If you're watching soccer anyway, your bar is pretty low anyway. It's like watching golf. I know you've been watching golf, and if you're watching golf on TV, That's as bad as watching fishing on TV.
That's because you don't play golf. You don't understand what you're looking at. Same thing with soccer.
I do, dude. I used to play golf. I used to work at a golf course.
That means absolutely nothing. I've worked at lots of places where I'm like, fuck that. I'm not doing that. So
no, dude, I know all about golf. To me, it's just fucking boring as fuck. But that's me. But a lot of people don't like watching drag racing live. I think it's fucking fascinating. You know, if you've been to drag racing live, it's fucking rad.
Yeah, live.
But I can get why.
Same thing with NASCAR live. That's great, but to watch it on TV is fucking trash.
Oh, dude, on TV, I call it NASCAR. It's awesome. I put on fucking NASCAR, and it's like the first couple and bam, I'm out, dude. It's fucking great. It's the best sleeping pill there is.
Snooze fest. So, moving on, changing channels to springtime. We're in like the third week of spring, fourth. Well, it's actually been a month.
Way.
It's almost a month. Today's the 14th. Spring was on the 21st of March. So we're 3 weeks in.
Celsius over there or what?
3 weeks in. With spring comes picnics. You like picnics? You like to eat? Go out and drink? Barbecue?
Ooh.
Barbecue? Hanging out at night.
You don't have barbecue over there, proper barbecue, Southern style?
Yeah, we do.
Really?
Yes.
What?
You just have to find the spots, girl. You just got to know where to go. And mosquitoes, right? So I know everybody loves mosquitoes. I wanted to talk about this because I thought this shit was fucking hilarious. So apparently mosquitoes, they hate loud music. And there was these researchers, they studied how loud music can manipulate mosquito behavior, specifically mating and feeding habits. And they wanted to see if they could use this loud music as a way to, as an environmentally friendly alternative to insecticides, right? So the study was published on the 25th of March in some journal that I can't pronounce. And the researchers tested the effect of dubstep music using a cage of... The researchers used a tested the effects of dubstep on these mosquitoes that were in this cage. And they had all hungry females. Yeah. And they had gone something like 12 hours without eating, but they had one virgin mosquito male, and they had a hamster that was restrained inside this cage.
Oh my God.
I know, right? So they used the Skrillex song called Scary Monsters or something. It's a dubstep. And apparently they blasted it in there, and they sucked less blood and made it less than the cage that contained silence with no music at all. Apparently, like, they made it took them something like, what was it? It said the ones in the quiet cage, they could hone in on the hamster on an average of about 30 seconds. But with the dubstep music blasting, it took them like up to 3 minutes because it was like fucking up their patterns and everything. I thought that was really cool. So less mating, less, it's the noise. It messes up with their vibrations of their wings or something like that. So I think it's kind of cool. So if you have a mosquito problem, get you some dubstep.
No.
Well, see, dude, I've been to a bunch of like outdoor festivals in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, stuff like that in the middle of summer, and they must have different mosquitoes there because they will fucking bite your ass and whatever during a drum solo at Lollapalooza. So they don't give a fuck. Those Midwestern mosquitoes do not care.
I think it just takes the thing that it does is it takes them longer to get to you. It's for mating and stuff like that. It's not necessarily going to repel them from biting you. Eventually, they're gonna bite you.
Time on the way to the outhouse.
They're gonna bite you, but it just takes them a little longer to find you to bite you. So, I thought it was an interesting scientific. There's a lot of science shit going on. You see, they had a black hole. They took pictures of a black hole or something like that.
First favorite.
Was it near Uranus?
That's all you got? Like this most serious scientific shit, and you come with that? That is weak.
Come on.
The fuck?
Okay, dude, you know, I mean, some of these jokes are very juvenile, but they're just for me. So, like, you know, I can't sit there and spew out well-crafted, high-end, thought-provoking us movie material that makes everybody think. No, sometimes you just got to go with a good butthole joke. You know?
Where's my soundboard? If we don't have anything on the soundboard, we needed the soundboard for this week again. I didn't have anything ready for the soundboard. I'm trash this week. Oh well, next week I'll have it, or a week after for sure.
Yeah, get that bazing bang. This crew kick in the morning.
Yeah. What film are we gonna do next week? Since you don't like the films we pick, you need to give us a film.
I'm gonna figure something out. Well, next Sunday, like I said, is Easter, and that's one question I have. Like, is that a big thing over there? I understand like Easter's around the world, but like, what's traditional Easter in England? Like, what do you guys do?
I don't know. Miyuki lives here longer than I've lived here.
Just...
But like, is it family brunch? Is it do you go to the pub? Do you fucking fire up the grill? What do you do? Because I know different parts of America do it way different. So I'm just wondering what they do in England for Easter.
I have no
or
idea.
Or do they say fuck it, go to the bar?
We sell big chocolate eggs at the supermarket for one, like everywhere.
That's a give it. And you got Peeps over there? You got those marshmallow Peeps?
No, damn it. Hold on. I actually got a friend that's in the States right now. I need my Peeps.
Get you some Peeps?
Yeah. Peeps are these
Did you
little
just say what is a peep?
Oh, fuck off. Quit being a dick. Peeps are these little marshmallows. They're shaped like little, like rubber duckies in a bathtub.
Yeah.
They look like that, but they're marshmallows. You can get them in pink and shit.
And they're covered in this...
they're covered in sugar.
Like
Whoa.
acid-filled sugar.
Yeah, the yellow that covers the marshmallow is yellow sugar or pink.
Yeah, and it's like you crave them all year, and then you bite into one peep, and you're like, okay, I'm not gonna fucking eat this again for another year.
You're
like, oh yeah, peeps.
It's literally coated in sugar. It's like the shit crunches when you, because it's like taking a handful of sugar and throwing it in your mouth with a marshmallow, and it goes. Okay. It's like eating potato chips.
It makes pixie stick look like bread. It's the most sweetest, sugary.
What is that?
Those are Peeps.
No.
Yeah. I can send you all some Peeps if you want.
In Japan, we have healthier Peeps.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is it made of seaweed?
It looks like you can get them at the at a website here.
No, so I'm curious. So, like, maybe next Sunday, if you guys could like find out what everybody's doing in London for like Easter.
Sometimes they barbecue. Like, we'll probably barbecue here. It's just normal Sunday stuff. But I mean, it all depends on your religious beliefs. A lot of people aren't as religious
here.
It's
more of a geographic thing because I grew up in the South, and it's a huge deal, dude.
Like, yeah, well, yeah, because it's very South, very religious in the South. We're not as religious and.
But even I'm not so much talking about going to church and all that. I'm talking about like it's a holiday looked upon like Christmas or Thanksgiving, food wise. It's just it's a huge deal. You get dressed up, you fucking all this shit. You go to brunch.
Do you know why you get dressed up? Do you know why women wear flowers in their hair on Easter?
I have no idea.
So in the Roman days,
fertility.
Exactly.
Boom.
Yeah. So you know how like it was I think it was like a pagan holiday initially, obviously, or there was a pagan celebration for it, but they had. I'm trying to think of what this guy was telling me. You know how you have spring and everything is reborn. There's the new growth and the snow melts and the leaves bud and all that stuff, right? So that they had these parties in the Roman Empire where basically women would come dressed up, men as well, but women would come and they would have flowers in their hair to let the men know that I'm blossomed, I'm ready for action. So they would have these orgies on Easter.
Fuck yes.
so that's why they wore these flowers in their head. And even now, especially in America, I don't know if it's the same over here. It's kind of like Ascot, where they wear the big hats and whatnot. But in Easter Sunday, you see the women with the hats with the flowers in their hair. That's what that means. So they don't even know that's why they're wearing those hats. But that's what that hat means, and that's why they wear flowers.
So
it means they're ready.
Next Sunday, when my chick puts the flower in her hair, dude, I'm just gonna start laughing and then thinking we're gonna be down for some group shit. We're gonna fucking which I'm totally cool with. I'm down for like a good "Hey, Christ has reborn" orgy as much as the next guy. I mean, come on, that just nothing says I love the Lord like sex with 12 people at once.
Nice.
So I'm gonna see if she's down. Probably not, but so. I mean, after the ham and au gratins and the Easter egg hunt with the nieces, I doubt if she's going to want to go to the sex club or even the 5D sex ride in Vegas.
She
We're
might.
gonna have to kind of see how it all shakes out.
You have to lube her up to it, so when you get her out this way, you can actually get her into the theater. You know, 'cause she'll be down. Just get her like a hash
I'll tell her you said
something.
that. I said, Vaughn says I gotta lube you up, and we'll get to London.
That means get her ready, as in get her prepped, not as in
I know what it means.
Put
I lube her up all the time.
Durex on her,
A lot
no
of
shit
times
like
she's
that.
not feeling it, and it's like, all right, where's the lube? Fucking, you know.
If she's not feeling it, that sounds like a personal problem to me. But I mean, I'll just leave that up to you to work that one out. You can get like extensions at siliconetit.com.
And on that note, my Colt 45 is empty.
We're out of here. See you guys in 2 weeks. Go to fucking follow us on Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Podbean, YouTube, Instagram. Follow us everywhere. I'm out, man. We'll see you after Easter Sunday.
Happy Easter, y'all. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Peace.
These ones or these ones?
Saw an episode of Intervention. And I know I'm fine.
Illinois, Mr. Robert Bobby McNeely. He is going to join us tonight.
Hi everyone, welcome to the show. My name is Elaine Zhang, and today I am here with Eli Seal, documentary filmmaker.
I need more. Welcome to The Only Way is Linda. Today I have a really special guest here.